Here I am watching Farnborough Airshow. It happens every 2 years. Today I've been invited in the offices of Red Hat to watch it from here, and I hope I will have an amazing view of the show. It's going to start in 2 or 3 minutes, and I'm going to use it to just explain why planes fly. This is Monterey. Welcome to my Cosmic Kingdom. Here there is an A380. It's the biggest plane for passengers. In some configurations it can carry up to 700 people on it. It's a two-decker with 4 Rolls-Royce engines, and we are going to see it taking off very soon. Look at that. Physics in motion. Oh my God. But imagine all those kilograms, all those tons of metal flying in the sky. Guys, I need to tell you that the video doesn't make any justice to the view because the camera has a wide angular. The plane actually looks smaller than it really is. It's also very impressive how silent it is. A real silent plane, and the specs. The engineers claim that it's very eco-friendly, and it's like it uses little fuel. Well, not little, but considering how big it is. Here is landing. And without letting us rest, here is the Airbus, the military transport one. Propeller plane, because propellers tend to be more reliable. As you can see, it's much more maneuverable than the A380. But the A380 was quite impressive. Physics behind flying is easy. It looks complicated, but it's easy. even though we don't feel it as it, the air is a fluid and it obeys the same rules as water. So flying is kind of like floating on the air. So you have a wind and the engineers design the wind so that the upper surface is longer than the bottom surface, and this, because the air has to flow at the same rate, it means that the air flowing upwards, it has to be quicker, and this causes that some lift on the airplane. We are expecting a 727 to fly by information with the blades. Lunch, and now we are going quickly upstairs again because the F-35 is just passing by, and it's so amazing. You can hear it now. Boom! This plane was the winner of an international tender by the US Army and Navy to provide one unique plane that is able to vertical take off and to this so that all the planes are the same, they share the same parts, and it's easy to maintain. However, despite winning the contest over Boeing that presented a delta-shaped plane, it's having a few issues and it doesn't seem to be taking off that well lately. And I think now it's going to do some tests, because it's opening the hatch that it has on top, so that hatch allows to have an extra vertical thrust, and it's controlled by a supercomputer inside of the aircraft. And the F-35 is able to rotate while standing on the same place in the air like a helicopter. Here it comes, it's going to stay put on the air. You see? That's it. Shaking. It's incredible. All the thrust from the plane going down and supporting it, creating this force upwards. And the computer was and enabling it to be stable. So just imagine how difficult it is, because there is some wind here, so that the plane was just steering super stable. That is incredible. And the specs in the international tender said that the plane has to be able to just land in that way, or as we saw it, just take off without just touching ground. Incredible. Now a legend is taken off, the Spitfire, fighter that defend this island from the Germans. And the fighter on which lady, Tilly Schilling, just invented a small device to prevent it from choking when the fighter just plummeted. Because British fighters didn't have injection engines like the Germans ones. They work on carburetors, and so this lady, one of the first aerospace engineers, designed a device to prevent the carburetors to choke the engine. It's incredible how we are just witnessing the past now and the future with the F-35. This is the Eurofighter. The last video was about the F-18. It's unmistakable because it has a delta-shaped wing. It's the F-18. The pilot has used the afterburners. It's maneuverable aircraft. To go into politics today, but I'm sorry, I cannot help it. Eurofighter, one of the best pieces of engineering made by Europe together. Remember, 3 flight computers to stabilize. It's amazing. That is why it's so maneuverable. It doesn't rely only in the pilot reflex. It's only relies in 3 different computers embedded on the plane. Another pass. And now to finish the show, the red arrows are coming towards us. Wow! Look at that. Totally worth the wait. Well, that's all for today. I hope you enjoy this nice air show. This is actually, they claim to be the biggest air show in the world. It happens every 2 years. And I just want to give thanks to Red Hat for allowing us to use the parking and to be here and spend the day here. It's been amazing. See you next week, guys, with another episode full of science and fun. Bye-bye, guys.